Look at me go, look at me flex, this not a plane, more like a jet. I heard the song, we ain't impressed, then she heard me, now she undressed. To make it all worse, I gotta check.
Overcoming obstacles is nothing new for this individual. Being compassionate is something that this artist holds near and dear to his heart. Not having vision made it clear that this is needed more now than ever, and he is striving to head start this notion. We hope after watching this interview, Nothing Less Than Greatness has inspired you to, at the very least, be your greatest.
All right, nothing less than greatness in the building.
What's going on, man?
Man, you recently came and you did a performance.
Yep.
Tell me, what are people saying?
A lot of people liked it. Actually, I actually got to touch like 6,000, 7,000 people with it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
Wow.
It was really cool. I love the experience. It was really fun being here.
You bring a lot of positivity whenever you come through, but the whole reason why I actually wanted to get you here was because I kept on getting inbox after inbox of who is this guy? Who is he?
Right.
So in your, how would you describe who you are?
Well, if I was to describe myself, I would say I'm a legally blind artist that feels music more than I can see that music.
Yeah.
And I just love people. I love the interactions with people. I love to help somebody else out. If the music could bring you to a better place in your mind or your heart, that's why I'm that guy trying to just bring more to your day. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're just so much more than just like a regular artist. You play how many instruments?
3.
3 different.
So piano, guitar, drums.
Yeah, and you're great at all 3.
Oh, drums I like to do just because I got really good rhythm. So I just like to do it just for exercise, really.
Facts. Now, not only do you do the instruments, you got this story. A lot of people think you're directly like you live in Hartford currently.
Yeah.
But you have a whole nother birthplace.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I was born in Pittsburgh. I was born on a hill. That's on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So like real impoverished, real poor. 91, I was born in December.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was different. It was different then.
Yeah. How different? What do you mean by different? Different how?
Like, I lived in a time where the crime was so bad where the National Guard shut the whole place down for like 3 months. My mom lost her job. My father, when he was home, he lost a job. So everybody just couldn't do nothing.
So kind of just like locked down, like what, as far as?
Like it's locked down, like you're not leaving the block. Like if you're from this particular area, you're not leaving. You're not going to work. You're not doing nothing. Like it literally just came and just shut it down. Poof.
Now what caused that? Like,
oh, they said it was a lot of crime. Like I was like 3 years old. I seen somebody sleep on the yard. Well, I called it sleep on the yard. Father was like, nah, he's not here no more. And I was just like,
he's gone, he's deceased.
I was 3 years old, like, whoa.
So basically, you're saying that growing up, you had to see certain circumstances that kind of shaped who you are today. Is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. How do you think that it affected you growing up in that type of atmosphere?
Well, I didn't grow up too much in Pittsburgh. I only lived there for about 9 years. And then I moved when I was like 10 to Philly.
Philly?
Yeah.
So you went to Philly. That's Philly's tough.
Yeah.
Philly's tough.
Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. You gotta have a different type of mode for Philly.
Yeah. Imagine being blind in Philly, right?
Right. So that's what I would be asking you about. Like, you're in Philly. You're what age?
When I moved to Philly, it was like 9, 10.
Right. So you're 9 or 10. You're legally blind. We know that Philly's tough.
Yeah.
Do you think music was like an outlet? Is that what you used it for, or?
No, I didn't find music until I was in my teens. So like growing up in Philly, 9, 10, 11, 12, it was kind of tough. It was difficult. I went to schools where they didn't really cater to the blindness, more More so just kind of put me in regular class and say, hey, rock out. You'll find your way.
And then that was it.
Yeah, I got expelled when I was like 12, going on 13.
Would you consider yourself a good student, bad student, in between?
You know what? My story is unique. I would consider my story to be like, as a student, I was misunderstood.
Okay.
I say misunderstood because you get in trouble so much, but you didn't have no parent to defend you. You didn't have no parent to say, well, let's do the investigation. I didn't have no parent to say, hey, I don't believe, then you're getting bullied at the same time. So you're getting bullied at the same time with no parents around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullying, that is what a topic. My parents, it was something real similar as far as, bullying was a big thing, but my parents always believed that, it was up to me to get through it. It's a toughness thing. That's how it was back then. Now, There's all this awareness. Everyone's saying, bullying, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Right.
So your bullying experience, like, do you think that made you stronger, or was that something that just should not have happened, period?
I would say being bullied, it just made me it made me more self-aware. I was more aware of my surroundings, people, situations I knew I shouldn't be in, or adults speaking to me in a manner where I knew it wasn't good for me,
What do you mean?
So hold up, sorry.
Yeah, no, listen, take your time. That's deep, and that's a topic, I myself, I imagine bullying, but having, being legally blind while being bullying, for some reason, that's a whole nother, am I wrong? That's a whole nother level of
it's different.
Yeah.
You go to a teacher, you talk, they don't listen. You act up, they listen. All right, situation come, are you getting bullied by 7 students? You tell, that doesn't work. So then you get aggressive, and it's your fault. So that's how I was raised. I was raised where my reactions was my fault. Not like the wrong, what's wrong in the situation? Not that he's being bullied, but the way you respond is your fault.
That's huge. What would you being in that situation before, what would you tell people that don't have that awareness about bullying, especially bullying anybody?
I would say if you don't want it done to you, don't do it. Not only was I bullied, I was a bully. So, don't do something because you hurt. Hurt people. So don't do something because somebody hurt you. Because then that response is 10 times worse. Now you got a whole school wanting to handle you. Because now you think you're a bully. They got to handle all the tough kids, all the bad kids. You got to do all those kids, So I would say, just don't do it. If you don't want it done to you, if you don't want to be spoken down to, if you don't want no one to devalue you as a student or a kid, a teenager, don't do it back to them.
Word. Yeah. Point blank. Now, what point in your life when you decided to start picking up instruments?
I was 14. I was 14. I didn't really do nothing else. I just went to school one day, seen a blind guy play, and I was like, oh, I can do that. Cool. He got no sight? All right, cool. Well, I got sight. I can do that. I didn't know how complicated it actually was going to be.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, it was complicated. I quit music 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, I was one of those street kids. I was like, music? Oh no, I'm running the streets. And I think just coming from not having a parent at home, working 3 jobs, not really having that security at home, I think that's why I ran the streets a lot. But I think when it came down to music, I was like, well, what do I do in 10 years? 23 years old. You're 13 now, 14 now, but what do you do at 24? Who you gonna be at 31? You might as well just take up something before you lose an opportunity to actually want to learn it.
And that's one of the things that you decided you really wanted to do.
Yeah, it just clicked in my head, to just do it.
How does church play a role in all this? Because what a lot of people have no clue about is you also play every Sunday. Yep. In other churches.
Not just one.
Oh, just one church. Okay.
Just one.
And you're dedicated to it.
Yep. I just came back from I had tinnitus in my left ear. So I took a month off. I couldn't really hear that well.
Where does that come from? Because there's a lot of misunderstanding about certain, things that happen. So people just
no. Tinnitus is basically a loud frequency. Your ear is just emitting a loud frequency. It's like having a TV on, but no picture, just that consistent hum from the TV. Like TVs emit, legally blind people with high hearing, they can hear, like, we can super hear, right? So if you sit next to a drum that's going psh, 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 and it's hitting this one eardrum, naturally it's going to cause a high frequency in your ear. So that's where that tinnitus came from, that loud ring, and just wouldn't go away at all.
Yo, your intelligence is through the roof. Number one, that's dope that you also take the time out to educate people on some of these things. That's something in the future that I may look towards you for, because you got all this information. It's tough to get all this in a little interview. You know what I mean? You got all these experiences. So church played a role.
Well, yeah, church played a big role. Like, church plays a role where I got my music from church.
What do you mean?
So, like, I was learning music at 14, right? So, all right, cool. So then you go to church, and then you let the people in church see that you have a gift in music, right? So then someone in church tells you, listen, you can't be anything less than greatness. Now, I know they say you go to church and you pay money and they sowing fake, they sowing that into, because you sowing money into the church, right? But my church was different. I was a kid. I was like 17. I had no money. He looked at me and was like, that boy special. That boy special.
That's what they said.
Yeah, he said, that boy special. That your son, the little younger one, that boy special. He said he got a yearning for God. He want to know. I always used to say to myself, what you make me blind for? If you a God.
You said that to God?
What you make me blind for? Man, I got education. I made you blind so you can teach people to see through their heart, not through their eyes. Because most people going to look at you and say, you're legally blind. What can he teach me? What can't I teach you, though?
And that's something that you stick to your guns on that one. Mm-hmm. Every time we've come into contact, you have mentioned something positive that influences anybody in that room. I've seen it. I've seen you walk in, you'll say something. Everybody just stops. They listening. They focus. They're like, okay, I want to see what he's saying. I've seen you're able to stop a room.
I try my best.
You'll stop all the conversation and people, they'll pick up on your frequency.
Yeah, that's what I think being a good servant is. A person, you say use me, you mean use me in all aspects. Like, you're saying use me. Like, you use me to touch that person's heart. This person inboxed me, said, yo, I was going to take my own life. You saved me from the edge. You got to be used in some area of your life to be, like, my value comes from people. Who I can help in a day, who I can help in a week. Yeah.
So you've come across, you got this really, what's the word I'm looking for? Side of you, which is really powerful, really positive. Was there any time in your life that it was darker, where you had to overcome something and it was tough?
Yeah, I had, so for a lot of people, they don't know, I had 20 eye surgeries.
How many?
20.
20 eye surgeries?
Yeah, so I had 18 on one eye, and I had 2 on the right eye. Mm-hmm. So I've been blind since I was a baby, right? So I went through recovery 20 times. So my 19th and my 20th surgery was the toughest time because I was an adult. I had my mom's. I had to rely on my fiance to do everything, be the eyes. And as a fully grown man, coming from 26 years old, 27 years old, fully able-bodied, to like laying in bed all day and you waiting hand and foot on someone else. Oh no, it's depleting. It messes with your brain. You start thinking you're not the same person. And then in reality, I wasn't. I changed who I was. My heart changed.
Who do you think you are now compared to?
Oh, I'm just more grateful.
That spot.
I'm more grateful. I'm more humbled. I'm more grateful. I'm more eager to help people. I'm more eager to be of use.
Yeah, and that's something I definitely seen. Now, currently, you've decided to take a lot of matters in your own hand with your music. The first question I want to know is why? Like, what made you turn to, okay, I'm going to grab my music and I'm going to do something that you want to do with it?
It came from a lot of people not believing in me. You know, you come from a city where nobody believed in you. You come from your house where no one believed in you. You know, love my family. Don't get me wrong. Like, love my sister, mom. It's just a lot of learning. You got to learn, right, as you grow. So my family didn't know. By saying what you didn't believe in, I believed in it. Mm-hmm. I had to turn something that didn't have life to it. Mm-hmm. I had to turn it alive and speak life into it. So the turning point was just like, you know what? I'm not going to ask for your help, but I'll still help you. I'll still watch out for y'all. I'll still send you money, mom. Hey, what you need done? You know, because that's not in my heart to be tick for tack. It doesn't matter 10 years ago you didn't believe me. What am I doing now?
Facts.
So I just want to take over for me personally. I wanted to just take everything into my own hands and say, if I mess up, it's because I didn't want to do it.
So what are you doing?
Oh, so I have a trademark for my Nothing Less Than Greatness brand.
So you got a brand?
Yes.
Okay, that's first and foremost. You gotta let people know that you got a whole brand. I got a whole brand. That's not a light thing.
No, I got a whole brand.
Like you went through the steps to make sure you had a brand. Yeah. So tell us.
So I had to. So first, my name came from. I was in church one day. He prayed over. He said, "Anything less than greatness." So I was 24. I didn't know what that meant. Went home like 2 years later. We had to leave the city of Philly and move out here. So I was just homeless, didn't know. So I just heard it in my head, like, nothing less than greatness is what he called you. And I said, all right, I got my feet. So once I got on my feet, established 7 years later, I just trademarked the name. And then I'm going to LLC the name next. And then once we LLC the names, that's done. We're going to LLC the artist name now. NOTG is the abbreviation to the whole family. Mm-hmm. And so after that process is done, we're going to incorporate the whole entire T as a company, as a whole umbrella. Yeah. And my next leg in my mission to Nothing Less Than Greatness is I want to start a nonprofit. And that's to help homeless people. That's to help the moms, single dads. You know, I want to start my own nonprofit organization.
Now, what made you want to start your own nonprofit?
You come from the shelter, you come from homelessness. You start thinking, well, what can I do for you? What can I do to better your situation? You might not have the money to pay for diapers. You may not have the money to go out and put a gas in your car. I give you $30 in your gas card, you're going to appreciate it, right? If I give the babies, hey, here, take the diapers. No worries. It's off my nonprofit. I don't want a tax write-off. People do it for tax write-offs, right? I just want to do it because I can, you know? If it's in my hands to do, I just want to do it.
Because you understand being in that situation firsthand. Firsthand. Mm-hmm. So you got your name from, if I heard you correctly, a sermon?
Yeah.
And that's Nothing Less Than Greatness.
That was Anything Less Than Greatness.
And that stuck with you.
Yeah,
period.
It can't be anything less than greatness. And so anything turns into nothing. Because nothing, what comes, you know, anything less than greatness? Perfectness, right? It can't be that. We're going to keep right here at greatness, all right? So you could be, this is your mark. That's your ceiling. You can't top out no higher than that.
No, you can't. Now, did I hear you correctly? Did you say this sermon happened while you were homeless?
No, I was a kid. I was like 23, 24. Right. I was losing my apartment. I was in church with my mom's. I was like, I was already going through. It's like my second to last service there before I had moved. Yeah. Yeah. So I just believe what he said because I was like, coming from the hood, learning music in 3 months, you got to be a bigger purpose for this. Yeah.
And so far, because let's concentrate on the good at hand, because that's really what we're here. You've dropped some singles. You got singles out.
Yep.
You have, I don't know what platform you use, but name some. Like, tell us. Like,
so I just dropped the EP November, I think October, November. Mm-hmm. I dropped the EP. It's called Where I Stand. And you can actually go on iTunes right now and find it. Type in Where I Stand by Nothing Less Than Greatness. And you'll find my EP right there. And I dropped a single top of like October, September last year. Mm-hmm. It's called Addict. You can go to all the platforms, find it the same exact username and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Huge. So you're able to fulfill some of your dreams by putting some of this new music you got out. Yeah. Which, you know, we're trying to definitely help out with that and get your whole spirit out there, get your whole business out there, and just, you know, hopefully we'll, you know, some return, you know, the right ears will hear what you got, and hopefully that will lead to some opportunities. So that's dope. Just
and listen,
period.
I'm appreciative, dude. I'm appreciative from where I come from what I was told I wouldn't be, to sitting right here at this table. I'm appreciative.
Right. What'd you say when I inboxed you and I was like, listen, people want to know who you are. They saw, the song that you did, acoustic, on the acoustic guitar. And I was like, yo, I want to interview you. What did what was going on?
I was jumping up like a little kid. I was over there having a little kid moment, like, oh, that's what's up.
Facts. Who are some of your inspirations? Someone had to inspire you, because this, you got so much energy that I feel someone inspired you.
Musically or like personally?
I would say both.
Musically, who inspired me? It'd probably be uncommon people, like seeing James Taylor play guitar, or seeing Billy Joel, or seeing like Stevie Wonder. But who really, really deeply inspired me to write music, like to really want to dive into it and make, impactful music? I would say, oh man, it's like two artists, but I would say it was Billy Joel when I heard Piano Man, and it was Keith Urban. I was sitting there, I was riding to school one day, I was like 14, 15, listening to Tonight I Want to Cry by Keith Urban, and I was just sitting there like, it's a beautiful song. It's fire.
Vibing out.
I was like, wow.
Vibing out.
And that's what made me want to be like an iconic artist, an artist that made substance music, not just music, but something that has substance to it in a body.
Yeah. What's your next project?
My next project, actually, so I'm actually getting ready to switch over from hip hop and like R&B. I'm gonna get ready to switch over straight to soul. So I have a whole soul. Yeah, I got
That'd be
soul.
dope.
Yeah, I got some soul coming.
That's listen, when you do drop that, you let me know the link. I'm definitely gonna purchase. I know 860, he's down.
Yeah, I'm trying to go like some Teddy Pendergrass. I want to go like some Al Green. I'm trying to go like the Isley Brothers. I'm trying to go like have my background sounding like the early Boys and Men, like that real like.
Yeah, that real.
Like I'm trying to bring that back.
Okay. So you mentioned Boys and Men, which is that love music. I mean,
yeah, Brian McKnight, all of them.
I'm sure people are gonna want to know, what's your relationship status? What's going on with that? Do you see yourself tying it up sometime soon? Like what's going on with your relationships?
Well, I'm engaged.
Okay,
so
that's a fact. So
that seals it up.
That seals it up right there. that boom.
Yep.
We'll move on to the next after that one. That's it, y'all. That's all y'all get. He's taken. 10 years from now, bro, like where are you 10 years from now, if you can just
if I could call it, I would say owning my own place. I want to own a house with the family, so the kids come back to have something to sit in, be in. Secondly, I want to have the company that I have now to be lucrative, to have some type of sponsorship to where it's a big sponsor and we can keep doing what we do now. And thirdly, I would just say that to have a consistent cash flow, to just like everything's cool. Right. I don't have to like actually, and I know there's a bill every day, right? A bill every month, fine, but just to pay something and not actually say how much is the bill, but just pay the bill.
Yeah.
That's why I see myself just more stable as a man, as a father, as a fiance, as a husband. Because it'll be that in 10 years, obviously.
For sure. That's the goal.
Yeah.
What would you say, if you could, let's just say 20 years from now, we could time travel and you can go back to a very young you. What would you tell a younger you?
I would tell him you're going to be heck of influence. Man, you're going to influence so many people, bro. Like you're going to touch so many people that you don't even deserve. You don't even deserve all this attention, and you're just going to do so much in your life. So just keep your chin up.
Why do you feel like you don't deserve all this attention that you're getting?
And I feel like I'm just human, right? I feel like I was just given a gift that most people be like, no, I kill for that gift, bro. Nah, bro, man, you good, bro. But I'm like, but you don't know what take my gift. You don't know what it takes to have this gift. It's not just wooing her because she a woman. It's not just singing to him and telling her, hey, yo, tell your girl this, because I know my words are real impactful. So if I tell you this, no, it's being responsible with your gift too. It's taking it slow. That $1 million could have came at 21. I was with my family at 21. I passed $1 million up. 25, it's like, bro, you missing your time.
Wait, you passed $1 million up?
Yeah, I passed the whole deal. I passed 2 deals up.
Why?
I just felt like, I didn't know at that time what a 360 deal was, but I just felt like just having my boy read the contract to me, I just felt like I was about to lose more money in the next 10 years and still have to make music for you. And I was just like, nah, I'm cool. He's like, you what? I was like, I'm cool, man. I'm good. They could keep it, man. That's a lot of money, bro. I said, I won't even name drop. I'm cool. I don't even want it.
So you already know that you're worth.
Yeah, I knew that.
You're just looking for that right deal.
Yep. Not even a deal. I don't want the deal no more.
Right.
I'm only chasing distribution deals now. I just want to be a part of your company. Let's work together and build together. I don't want to be owned, because to own me is
right. That's too much.
Not even too much. You just going to cut that check. I mean,
no facts.
We at least in 7 figures by now, so you're gonna make that little thing.
Facts. Well, I'm definitely getting a overview of who you are, a lot better overview than when you first came just for the performance, because now I had a chance to really sit down and talk to you.
Of course.
I also remember you saying that you're in the business of looking for some videographers. I want to mention some stuff that you're looking for. Oh, yeah. Because maybe there might be some people interested.
I need a beat maker. I can make beats myself, but I need a beat maker because I can make more songs than I want to make beats. Right. I need a videographer because I got so many songs. I'm just trying to get a higher quality. You know what I'm saying? Everything's paid gigs. I'm just looking for those 2 things right there. And I'm looking for a writer. Somebody that can write their feelings out on paper, but they can't sing. I'm looking for one of them people that want to write, and let's do a project together. We can sync it, license it, and both make a collaboration on it. I'm trying to do that right there this year.
Listen, all that makes perfect sense. I'm really super happy you supported us on this show. The thank yous just go through the roof. If you can, and I know this is on the spot, but would you be able to sing a 10-second, a 5-second? Can you give us anything for this show? Because I was talking to 860, and he was telling me that he really liked the soul part, and he really was just supportive of just all the above. And you don't necessarily have to do it.
Let's go.
He's ready.
Sitting in the morning sun. Oh, I'll be sitting when the evening comes. Just watching the ships rolling, and I watch them roll away again.
Hey, that's all we needed, man. Thank you for the opportunity. Our last question that we ask everybody is, how would you like to end this?
I would end it by just saying this. If you have a 2020 vision and you have an opportunity to see the world, then you see the world for fully what it is, not for what you want. Don't see the world for what they try to make you believe. Because a legally blind person, a fully blind person, they would want your eyesight in so many seconds. They would cherish to see their mom or their dad or their brothers. So the odds you have with your family members, not even worth it. The beef you holding with your boy, not even worth it, because people like me, who can't even see out of the other side of his eye, I'll never drive a car. I'll never be able to actually go and do the car driving test. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Every single day I wake up in the morning, I'm trying to do for full-sighted people. A full-sighted person will look at me and say, why do you need help? You can walk right towards me. I'm like, I need help. Help me. Be more compassionate, because those with less sight, we super compassionate. And I would just say, continue to do what y'all do. Don't be your own adversary, right? You want to be the investor into yourself. So if your boy don't believe in you, your mom don't believe in you, love them. Love them. But you gotta believe in yourself in order to get that back, because no one else gonna help you do it. That's it.
That's it. This has been another episode of BPU. Look out for this episode. Look out, share it. Nothing Less Than Greatness is spelled
NOTHINGLESSTHANGREATNESS.
All one word. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all one word. Nothing less than greatness. Thank you. This has been another episode.
Take it easy.